hier in Maastricht. Tijd voor onze eerste wedstrijd. Nederland tegen Engeland. Allereerst de Engelse deelnemer. Hij stond in 2015 in de finale van het PDC Jeugd WK. Geef een ongelooflijk applaus. The Asp, Nathan Aspinall. En dan is het tijd voor de eerste Nederlander van vanavond. Vorig jaar zegevierde hij 3 keer op de Pro Tour. Hij is de man die zijn 31ste Eurotour gaat gooien. 2 keer stond hij al in de finale. Kan hij hier voor eigen publiek eentje beter doen. De nummer 8 van de plaatsingslijst, Big Ben, Benito van der Pas. De spelers uit de wereld op het podium, dus ook de beste scheidsrechter. Mag ik een applaus voor de eerste van vandaag, Paul Hinks.
Well, welcome back to Maastricht for the Dutch Darts Masters live from the MEC Event Centre, where tonight we will witness the return of Michael van Gerwen in the world #1 after a month away from competitive action, becoming a dad for the first time. MVG, last seen getting a hiding from Phil Taylor at the World Match Play, is back here on the European Tour, event 9 of 12. MVG, a man who stands way out on his own in terms of Euro Tour wins, 4 times as many as anybody else. And he will be in action, #1 seed, #1 in the world. He's taking on Jeffrey de Zwaan, the young Dutchman, the Black Cobra. We've got the top 4 seeds in action, top 5 seeds in action tonight, in fact. Peter Snakebite Wright up against Jim Walker in an all-Scottish clash. Mensur Suljevic the Gentle against the bronzed Adonis Steve Beaton. Simon Whitlock 4th seed. Michael Smith the number 5 seed, a 4-time Euro Tour winner. But we start with Benito van der Pas.
First ladies Nathan to throw first. Game on.
And the number 8 seed Benito van der Pas, a finalist on the Euro Tour once already this year. He's looking to book his place in the final day of action here in Maastricht. But the seeded players have struggled so far today, and they may struggle tonight because Nathan Aspinall kicks off 180. Paul Nicholson in commentary with me, Dan Dawson, for this one.
What do I see before me? I see Benito van der Pas with new darts. I haven't said that before. Maybe because he's had what you could say as a year where he's gone slightly backwards. He may just be looking for something new. And we said earlier this weekend that August is a great opportunity to tinker. Well, I've seen more tinkering from players in August than anywhere else before.
100.
Yeah, there have been lots of changes. Well, new darts, Jamie Lewis, new darts for Rob Cross. Worked very well for Rob Cross. Average 105 and a bit earlier on.
134.
Hendo's tinkered. He's got a dance move that he does on his walk-on. He averaged 104 earlier on as well. It's working. Tinkering. It's the future.
Just like Hendo Zumba.
Nathan, you require
Just
92.
like Hendo Zumba. 92 needed for a potential 11-darter. Double 16 will provide it.
Game show.
What a start from Nathan Aspinall.
Like a bullet out of a gun.
Game on.
He is absolutely blasted his way to the first leg. I'll tell you what, if he's going to keep this crowd quiet, just keep doing that.
140.
Well, Nathan Aspinall hit 5 180s in a 6-4 defeat of Ulf Sader in his opening round. He's one of the qualifiers, having won a couple of games, beat Ted Evans and Craig Gilchrist
58.
to get to this tournament. But it was at the Dutch Darts Masters 2 years ago where Nathan Aspinall had his best run on the Euro Tour. Made the last 16, the final day of action. It's the only time he's managed to do it.
42.
6 times since then he's played on the Euro Tour, including 3 times this year, and he's not got past this stage, the second round stage. So this would be a big win for the Asp. A man who doesn't have a tour card, lost it at the back end of last year, unable to win it back at Q School, and yet he's probably playing as well as he has for a while. He's gone to the Challenge Tour, won one of those, and he seems to be playing with plenty of confidence, and he's thrown some good stuff this weekend.
It just goes to show, doesn't it, that if you don't get through Q School, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. Look at this.
133.
It's enough to get him to a finish.
We saw from the last throw of Benito van der Pas that characteristic fallout dart that tends to happen. You just get the feeling that with a dart that looks alarmingly different.
70.
Benito might take a bit of time to get used to them. This is a great opportunity for Nathan Aspinall to get himself into the Sunday.
105.
Yeah, 65 left for Nathan Aspinall to break the Benito throw and go 2-0 up.
140. Nathan requires 65.
Nathan Aspinall will be looking at 25. Happens every time. 7 and double 4. Oh, too many.
Benito requires 110.
All of a sudden, the complexion of this leg may change in the next 12 seconds.
Double 16 he wants. Fantastic stuff. Look at that from Benito van der Pas. Don't see that very often.
Well, you've got two young men playing against each other here. I'm sure they've seen each other in many a youth venue and a developmental venue. But this is senior darts. This is the top echelon of the game. And there's pride on the line as well as prize money and a place in tomorrow's last 16. Benito van der Pas desperately wants to win in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, they did meet in the development tour a couple of years back, and Aspinall won that one 4-2, but their only senior meeting was a 6-0 thrashing at the hands of Benito. So that first leg is the first leg in senior darts Nathan's won against Benito.
Wasn't a bad one either.
It wasn't a bad one. And he had a dart to make it 2-0, but Benito just suddenly, after being asleep for the first leg, has burst into life with that 110 checkout.
57.
I think more than any other part of the season, we have to take into consideration how rusty in a big game situation some of these guys can be. Double 18. I tell you what, a 92 checkout the first leg, a 121 in the third. Nathan Aspinall here has to mix it up.
Wow. 11 darter and a 12 darter on his throw. Nathan Aspinall keeps doing that. He's going to win this game, because Benito is not going to break him unless he throws a 9 darter. And they both look pretty fired up for it, don't they?
Certainly do. As I was saying before, Nathan had the game last night, so he's got that fresh in his mind. The last time Benito played on the big stage was at Blackpool. That was a while ago, so Nathan's obviously got his tail up. There's the proof. The timing of his little rocking motion is definitely on tonight.
Yeah, it certainly is. When I've seen Nathan playing this year, he has been hitting a lot of 180s. I say he hit 5 against Ulceda. He's hit a couple here already. Might be another one here. No, not to be.
Must be something about those new red flights of his. I'm still not sure what an asp is.
Type of snake, isn't it?
Another snake.
Yeah.
We've got a cobra, a black cobra.
57.
Yeah,
snake bite.
There's a lot of serpents here this weekend.
I'll tell you what you want is someone called a snake charmer. He beat everybody. In control here, Nathan, though. Benito needs snookers.
Well, it was kind of like this on throw for Benito in the second leg, where he had to survive a dart from Nathan and take out a ton plus checkout just to hold. Maybe similar here.
10 score.
Didn't move back to the centre of the hockey there, did he? For that dart at double 5, having moved over to the left.
It was a 110, wasn't it, that he took out? Can he go one better? No, he can't.
87. Nathan requires 10.
Tricky double 5. One up. Didn't do the one up. Now he needs one down for double 2. Oh, it's a great shot. No celebration this time, but it warranted one. That was a great clutch dart.
And the first break of throw. Now, today, we had 8 matches in the afternoon session. The 6 seeded players. So 8 seeded players taking on 8 guys who came through the first round yesterday. 6 of them were beaten. That is as many as we've seen on a second day of a Euro Tour so far this year. One more seed goes tonight, and we set a new record for 2017. And when you look at the games tonight, where do you think the ones the most vulnerable? Right now, Benito van der Pas looks vulnerable. The way Roby John Rodriguez played yesterday, Michael Smith might be in a spot of bother.
I think Kirk Shepherd might worry Simon Whitlock the way that he finished yesterday. But another typical bounce out from the long pointed darts of Benito van der Pas. But we've got former Dutch Darts Masters champions tonight. Not just the 4-time champion, Michael van Gerwen.
91.
But Kim Huybrechts and Simon Whitlock as well.
Yeah, Michael van Gerwen absolutely loves this tournament. I mean, he loves most of it.
58. Nathan
There are very
Rupert,
few he hasn't won.
170.
Yeah, Benito's bounce outs are very reminiscent of James Wilson, aren't they?
Yeah, they are a bit. Benito's darts do behave in strange ways, don't they?
He needs them to start behaving conventionally if he's going to get back in this match. Nathan Aspinall is playing brilliantly.
96.
36 left
Nathan
after 12
Rupert,
darts.
36.
This is world-class stuff from the man from Greater Manchester. Double 18, it's there. 4-1 lead.
Nathan Aspinall.
Looking good for the Englishman.
Game on.
Well, Nathan Aspinall, a 26-year-old who doesn't even have a tour card, is taking the world number 15 to school
79.
right now. He is averaging 106. Oh, well, he's come down a little bit from the back end of that visit. My stat screen lags a bit, but 104.5 ain't too shabby. And this is moving it up, isn't it?
140.
Sorry, my stat screen is actually ahead of time. Predicts things.
Hot tub laptop.
Yeah.
100.
109 average from Kyle Anderson yesterday. He averaged 100 again today in seeing off Mervyn King. Another of the seeded players to go out.
136.
104 average from John Henderson. 105 from Rob Cross. Nathan Aspinall is up there with all of those guys right now.
I said yesterday when I walked into this arena that it was a darting dream from the perspective that the practice room is as nice a practice room as I've ever witnessed. It is just roomy, flawless, great temperature. You go out there, it's big, it's conducive to special darts. It really is. And Nathan Aspinall has proven that right now with his display. And I will admit that the fact that the guy's doing so well up there right now and the fact that he doesn't have a tour card, it riles the tour card holders. The fact that he's doing it really does. 60 in ball. Now Benito, can he pull off the Ratajski?
64. Benito.
Well, we did see this
170.
in the very first leg of Christoph Ratajski's game. Not going to see it here. Ratajski, another winner, dumping out a seeded player. Jelle Klaassen, another Dutchman,
65.
knocked out in front of his home crowd.
Tops. It's great. It's 5-1 to Nathan Aspinall, and the crowd is silent.
This is a schooling for Benito van der Pas. Number 8 seed. Look at this. 4 visits, 4 visits, 6 visits, 5 and 5 for Nathan Aspinall to win those 5 legs.
Nathan Aspinall keeps playing like this. He's not going to need to go to Q school.
I think this is probably as well as I've seen Nathan play on a big stage, I have to say. Very, very impressive stuff from the Asp. Oh. What goes on?
71.
I've always said, you know, that the best time to play is the first game of the evening session, in my opinion. It doesn't mess with anything to do with your routine through the course of the day. And you always know that you're going to be on right on 7 o'clock.
You usually have a big crowd. They'll have warmed up without getting too rowdy. They'll be aching for some darts. And look, you know, 5,000 fans in here, record Euro Tour crowd. And Nathan Aspinall putting on a show. And he's almost 20 points clear in the averages of the world number 15. This is a man who won 3 titles last year, floor titles. You say, well, if that doesn't tell you the state of mind of Big Ben right now, kicking his dart across the floor. Oh.
65.
2 ropey darts there, the worst ones he's thrown, Nathan Aspinall. But he's going to come back, and he's left 65 again. He's not gone well, 65 for Nathan Aspinall. He's bust it once, And then he missed the 25, but still managed to take it out on tops. Can he finally get this 25 and give himself 2 darts at tops? He can. Double 10.
55.
Well, he's having as many problems with 65 as Gerwin Price had with double 10 and double 5 today, and double top. 75.
That's
he
awkward.
needs a miracle shot here.
65.
It needed to be a ridiculous dart to get past that second one, and Benito van der Pas could not produce it. Aspinall double 5. And Nathan Aspinall, the 26-year-old from Stockport, who had to come through the qualifiers to get here, has made it through to the final day of a Euro Tour for just the second time in his career. It was the Dutch Darts Masters where he managed it 2 years ago. He has repeated the feat, and he will take on either Steve West or Daryl Gurney for a place in the quarterfinals. He has blasted past Benito van der Pas with 102 average. We're going to find out who Aspinall faces for a place in the quarters tomorrow afternoon in our next game on stage here, as Northern Ireland's Daryl Gurney, Super Chin, a man who has been excellent on the World Series, in fact excellent just in general over the last few months. He takes on simply the West, Steve West.
Congratulations once again, Nathan. That was a superb display. Congratulations twice. First of all, for winning, beating Benito, and I think this was your first 100+ average on the big stage. Congratulations again.
Well, I didn't know that. I knew I played well, and you know, to be fair to the crowd, you know, they gave me the respect. Before the game, I thought I'm going to get a few boos, and to be fair, like I say, you know, they were fair, and I was happy that I played well.
We said it yesterday, but not everyone was in here yesterday. You like playing in Holland, don't you?
Absolutely love it. You know, we're always in Germany, and look at this crowd, absolutely phenomenal. And you know, fair play. You know, I'm English against, you know, one of the best Dutch players, and you know, they didn't give me no booing or anything. You know, they gave the respect, and no, it was brilliant. Very happy.
I'll tell you one thing more, you're going to get a nice applause as well. Ladies and gentlemen, through to tomorrow, Nathan Aspinall!